What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Daci J, your Big Ken, and welcome to the Fire Session podcast. Okay, we have a special guest in the building. We got our boy Gmo, but we have a new fire friend here, my girl, Miss CJ Jones. What is up, everybody?
What's up?
Hey, Thursday. Okay, first of all, Kim, before we get into everything, I just want to say that our theme song is lit. Okay.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Meezy, Meezarelli, Alfonso McLemore's government name.
Yes.
The boy is bad on the production. He's doing a lot of things, big things. So y'all check out my boy Meezarelli. He's on a lot of tracks. He did something special for us, and it's ours. It's our song. We own that.
I'm over here like,
hey,
I was grooving
right over here. Right. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I feel it. Okay.
I'm gonna have to let him know. Let him know.
Yes, please do. Like, tag him. That was a dope song. I was meant to say that last week, but I was like, yo, our song is dope. Okay. Look at us. Big things popping. Y'all, I had a good Thursday Eve, Friday Eve, whatever. I had a good Thursday. I went to True Kitchen today. Finally.
How was it?
Girl, it was everything they said it was gonna be. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. I've been trying to get in there forever. So shout out to Mr. Kevin over there. You doing something major, okay? And it was nice. I felt like I was overdressed a little bit, but you know. Because I came with it a little, just a little bit.
You came.
But it was worth it. So I don't know about y'all, but my Thursday was so dope. So Gmo, what's been going on over there with the collection?
We can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
What you get? That's what I want to know.
You want to know what I got? Okay, I got the lamb chops.
Okay.
The jerk lamb chops. Okay. I got collard greens. Of course, I got the deviled eggs with the shrimp on. Now that took me out. Because I was like, I wasn't expecting it to taste like that. I was like, this is my mama back there? Like, who is back there? And we got banana pudding. Me and my best friend went. It was so dope. And of course, I got the peach juice. I got to get my drink on because y'all know that's what I do. I'm a liquor connoisseur. So my goal is to try like every drink because my best friend was like, we're going back so we can try like every entree, everything. It was dope. So shout out to them. But how was your Thursday, bro? Like, I see you out there,
My Thursday cool, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing my thing, you know what I'm saying, working and all kind of stuff. I'm testing right now though, like, so I kind of been a little stressed today. So I'm testing to get my all lines insurance license,
You do it, baby, hands and everything. That's an Aquarius way.
Yeah.
Hands and everything. Now, Miss CJ Jones.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. How is everything going with you?
All is well, darling. All is well.
Like to hear it. I love to hear it. Okay, my girl be doing some major things out here, so keep everything, okay? And Mr. Boston, we see you.
Yeah, I mean, I came with a little something different today. You see it, and Daci calling me by my last name, telling people my last name. They're not supposed to do that. No, I'm just kidding, y'all. Most of y'all already know.
They know you. Like,
they already know.
They follow you.
Hey, you know what? I'm trying something different. I made a hat. You know what I'm saying? I got some new designs coming for my shirts. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I even got hats with my face and my signature under the bill and on the back. So I got some new stuff coming. So we got some things in development. Other than the shirts and hats, and we got some more stuff coming, so y'all be on the lookout for that. But this week has been a busy week, crazy. Like it's been, and I guess the world is truly opening back up for me because it's taking off for real.
You've been in the office.
Yeah, I've been in the office, so it's new. This is new for me. All this moving around, so man, I'm just happy to be here tonight. So we can talk about this great subject we have to tackle.
Yes, this subject. First of all, before we get into this subject, disclaimer: do not think that this relates to Daci J. Mind your business. This do not belong to me. I'm gonna speak on it, but don't automatically assume because people is in my inbox. Oh, this about you? No. Look at the show, and you'll get to. So basically, tonight's show is single for life. I don't claim that. I do not claim single for life. I'm just single at the moment.
Nah.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because when I saw that, I was like, I'm mindful about my words and what I say and what I speak over myself.
Exactly.
So I was like, I don't know about this. No, I ain't claiming that. But yeah, I'm with you. Okay, so I'm glad you cleared that up, sis.
I want one of these. Oh no. So no.
Right.
But see, that's the thing. Like, you all are different. You know what I'm saying? Because you won't even understand how many times. Maybe you do. Maybe you hear it too. I hear single for life so much now. It's like a mantra for people, and I'm like, really?
It is for some people.
Are you really aiming for that? Because we talked about this before. When we were growing up, the aim was, what I'm saying, to eventually get married, right? That was everybody's goal. Like, that was the end goal, whether you was older when you got married, but at some point you wanted to get married. Right. Now people is like, I ain't getting married at all. Like, at all. I'm like, wait a minute. So you're not trying to get married at no point in time? Nah. They trying to be 70, 80 years old, single.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, this pandemic, like, really, I'm not gonna say it changed my perspective, but it made me be like, girl, you need to get on it, or whatever, as far as dating. That's why I dated so much, because I was like, we might die this year. I need to, like, be with my guy if I die. Like, I need to be with my guy if I die. Like, for real. And then another thing, it was just like, you're getting older, we don't want to play games, no more. So I tried, y'all. I put myself out there in 2020. Ken is my witness. Even some of our fans, y'all know I was out here dating. Now I'm closed off at the moment, but there is somebody, but I'm closed off.
Like, but what do you think about this, though? Do you think, speaking of the pandemic seemed like it would have made people think twice about being single for life, because they spent so much time in isolation by themselves? I'm like, do you really want this for the rest of your life?
I know people that was like, nah, I want a dude. I want a girl. Like, I wish somebody was in the house with me.
So I have a question.
Okay.
So are we saying, so I don't know what the premise, how we're setting this premise up, but are we saying single for life, or like single, or are we saying that the end goal is marriage, or that we just don't want to be single for life? Okay.
I'm telling you, these are people who I have seen and talked to and heard say they want to be single forever. Like, they never want to get married.
But it seemed like the divorce rate
was
up during the pandemic. It seemed like the divorce rate was up during the pandemic.
You think so?
Yeah, because people had to be in each other's presence way more than they ever had, and they started noticing flaws and getting on each other's nerves, and things just went left.
So are we saying single equates to unmarried? Is that the definition we're using? I guess that's my question.
I get what you're saying. She mean, like, okay, are we saying single like we just not gonna be with nobody, or are we saying like single just not gonna we gonna be with somebody but not get married?
Facts. Yeah, that's what we're saying. I mean, that's the general equation of it, because you're gonna date, you're gonna have some relations or whatever, but you just not trying to get married. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're trying to date forever.
It's some people out there like that. It's some people out there like, I know a lot of people like that.
They don't want long-term relationships. They don't want none of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They just want to. They just don't want to be tied down. They want to be able to
kick it continuously.
Yes.
But do we think, like, with the newer generation, has the perks of marriage changed? Like, have they lost their perks that we used to think the marriage gave us?
I think that might be part of it. But one thing I thought about earlier when we asked about that is also, like, the TV shows, like, that we grew up with. Like, I think that has to do with a little bit of it, because, like, we saw a lot of families, we saw a lot of marriages, we saw a lot of togetherness. So you got to think about it. Some of these kids is growing up after us that came up in the 90s and 2000s. They saw shows like Sex and the City and Living Single, where there was predominantly single people just dating. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, when we were growing up, we didn't see a lot of that. So I think sometimes that influence from TV spills over into your real life, especially as you become an adult, because that's kind of what you shoot for, right?
I mean,
I agree. I also think, like, with the music as well, like, we had music to cater to love. It made you be like, all right, if I listen to this song, this is what I need to do with my woman. It ain't none of that now,
You're
except
such
for like
an Aquarius.
put your thumb in a button.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
are such an Aquarius, bro. We are we love music, and so music like vibrates into our relationships, and it's like this song makes me think about you, and so it's like if our relationship is not like this song, I don't want it, you know. Like that's how we are. No, I feel you on that, but I will say, like Kim was saying, it is certain TV shows that you'd be like, I want the Dwayne and Whitley relationship. You know what I'm saying? That's what I saw. I want that ride or die type of love. But I feel like millennials, we are like creating our own marriages at the same time. Like we're not really doing traditional marriage. We doing it the way we have to do it to make sense to us, because a lot of us aren't built for longevity. So it's like some of us have to carry our partners. So it's different. It's definitely different.
And that makes sense. Like a lot of us live our lives in like a temporary manner. Like, you know what I'm saying? We own something and then we off of it. So like something is like longevity, like a relationship, like forever is a long time for us.
It don't make sense for some of us.
Yeah, no.
I equate it
think about forever.
Yeah.
This is what you're saying. That's a lot of pressure.
So just you and me.
Yeah, I equate this generation to what we call the microwave generation. They want everything quick. Everything quick. You know what I'm saying? Instant gratification. And then once that wears off, it's kind of like, all right, let me move on to something else and heat that up. You know what I'm saying? And then once that gets cold, and it's time to move on. So, I mean, it's that phenomenon, but this is kind of what I get from this generation.
Why they sound like me?
This is really what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they think about it and it's in the back of their head because they see it, but they don't really want it. You know what I'm saying? And then when they get in a relationship, then you wonder why they can't function fully, because they get into it and it's kind of like it doesn't have the same luster that it had for us when we was growing up. Like I said, marriage was the ultimate goal. Now, not so much.
I mean, it is, but it's like,
for you, Daci J.
I mean, hey, I'm on that rope, but I don't know. I'm different.
Okay, the first question I have on my trusty list, if anybody knows, Daci always messes me because I keep a list of things.
Of everything.
And the first thing on the list is, why do you think some people just remain single? What do you think is the reason?
Fear.
Expound on that, my brother.
I feel like a lot of people have dealt with hurt. Hurt don't feel good at all. So to protect that, you know what I'm saying, to protect yourself, your heart and everything, you kind of create this wall to like tell yourself that you don't really want it. Though you may want it. You may want it actually, but you'll tell yourself that, you know what I'm saying, because it's not working the way you want it to, or because you're constantly getting hurt, that I don't want it. I'm gonna stay away from it.
Right.
Yeah, I believe that. And that little meme I just popped up is kind of speaking to that. Is being single, they said, it's smarter than being in a wrong relationship. So instead of them taking that chance of being in a relationship that they figure might be wrong, a lot of people just say, you know what, if I don't get in a relationship, then I can't be hurt by it. You know what I'm saying?
But you kind of hurt yourself if that's what you truly desire. You're hurting yourself in the end.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
A lot of us like to have control of things, and that's our manner of still controlling the situation.
I'm guilty of it.
I don't want it because I can control me saying I don't want it instead of somebody coming in and I'm unprepared when they hurt me.
Yep.
What do you think, Ms. Jones? I see you over there smiling.
Because it's layered. Because I think a lot of different things.
Okay, talk to us
about it. But for the most part, you know, like, okay, so let's back this thing up, right? I'm not one who necessarily has to be married, right? That's why I was asking about the definition. I don't have to have the legal title of being a wife,
right?
But I do desire a committed partnership. So if the person that I'm with, if that for them that makes sense in the form of marriage, then okay, cool. I'm okay with that. And if that's not necessary for him either, then I'm good with that too. I think a lot of people now are really starting to question a lot of things that we were taught growing up. We're really starting to look at the programming and the motivation behind the why So now, no, people aren't rushing into relationships with the end goal of marriage like they used to, because now they're really stepping back and saying, hold on, wait a minute. What's the purpose of this? What purpose does this serve? Is this really worth my energy, my time, and my effort? And then let's be real. A lot of the relationships that we saw, we didn't see what was going on behind the scenes, right? We didn't see all of that other issues.
Swear to God.
Yeah. So now people are like,
I thought Martin and Gina was perfect, but then when I grew up, I'm like, that shit was toxic as hell.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
I was like, they weren't perfect, but they were definitely toxic. But I will say, I agree with CJ that these relationships, like grandma and grandpa, Papa had like a whole nother family that we didn't know about, that grandma was dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Grandma had some of them too, though.
But like,
we ain't talking about grandma. We talking about Papa right now.
Okay.
We talking about
hey, enough with the light skin and the dark skin people. Hey, sometimes
a lot of chocolate on the screen. You hear me? It's a lot of chocolate on the screen. But anyways, but yeah, you didn't know what she really put up with them whole 60 years that they were married. And speaking as somebody that's divorced, I always retrace my steps. Like, what would I have done different? Would I have married this person? Would I have stayed, do I just dated them while we went through whatever we went through? But I don't have no regrets, but I know like that's something that's like, do you want to do this again? Is this something, will it work with the next person? But I agree with Gmo too, as far as fear, because I have talked myself out of being with people because either I thought I wasn't worthy enough to be with them, or I was scared that it's going to go in the wrong direction. Like I was already predicting the relationship was going to be bad before it started.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm saying that okay, go ahead, Ms. Jones.
No, I'm just saying I would just agree with her and say I'm guilty of that too. That. Yeah.
Okay, Daci. So what you saying that with you being in a situation where you were married at one point in time and now you're not, would you say in your estimation, is it better to be single or married from your standpoint at this point in time?
I've talked about this before, but money-wise, being married is dope, okay? Like 2 incomes better than one. Like I would probably be so rich right now. Anyway, but as far as peace of mind, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I'm not arguing and fighting with nobody, but I can't really put it all on that too, because you can be in a happy, healthy relationship. You don't necessarily have to go through ups and downs. I think people create shit, and that's what makes their relationship bad or whatever. Because like I said, I have a friend that I've been knowing forever, and we can kick it. We can go do stuff. If he ever was like, I want you to be my girlfriend, it'd be like, yup. Because I know the good, the bad, and the ugly. So if we ever had an issue, it would be us against them. It wouldn't be like us with each other, because we'll set the tone for our own relationship. So I'm like either or. Like, yeah, the money. Yeah, get married, the money, the stability that comes with it. Yeah. But I'm kind of with CJ. If he made me feel like I was his end all be all, I wouldn't necessarily need the marriage. I actually would get secretly married like I did. And nobody knew I was married until I was about to get a divorce. So I would do that.
Yeah.
But you know what's weird? The caveat to that is, and I was thinking about this when CJ was making her comment, is you gotta watch people nowadays, because people have this thing of, okay, if you're not married, you're single. Like there's no gray area, right?
No, you communicate. You gotta communicate what this is. First of all, if I'm your girlfriend, why are you talking to these other people?
I mean, that's
unless y'all have an open relationship.
Exactly. Now, if y'all establish y'all poly and what y'all doing, cool. But that's not what I'm doing. So
yeah, the transparency has to be there.
Exactly. If you can sit down and talk to your partner and be like, hey, we don't necessarily have to get married, but I need to know that we're secure, like with each other, and that I'm not gonna have to worry about you stepping out on me, or you're gonna feel like this commitment is too much for you. I need to know that now.
Yeah.
Now, if he want to get married, let's go get married. But it's not pressure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Gmo? You were single and you've been married a little while now. So you
like,
you just
2 years now.
Yeah.
Just about coming up on.
Yeah, so you just made that transition. So what do you think about the single life versus being married? Like, what is the advantages, disadvantages do you feel? I mean, you can plead the fifth.
No. I'm super transparent. You know. I mean, they both got perks. I can't even lie, man. Like,
okay, let's talk about it.
I enjoyed being single when I was single, but then it eventually ran its course where it wasn't for me anymore. You know what I'm saying? Where I wanted to build something and I needed a partnership with somebody that I could build something with. And then when I got married, I found the friendship, built on that friendship, you know what I'm saying? Found love in that friendship. And this was a woman where even with the marriage thing, I'm still kind of like on the fence on like, I don't really know if I needed marriage. But I'm a business person. I'm always on entrepreneurial stuff. So in my mind, I'm like, I love this woman enough because she gonna hold me down regardless. So if anything happened to me, I want her to be straight. And that was my mindset into going into marriage. Other than that, being married don't mean you got a good relationship. You know what I'm saying? You could be married and your relationship trash, or you can never get married and you could be together with a person for 30 years and it's good. You know, you got some grandmas and papas who never been married, you know, so
didn't even know
be a special friend on the obituary, you know what I'm saying? So, it's
you
okay.
Need to let that go. You definitely need to let that go.
It's okay.
Bro, I feel like you manifested it for somebody. Let that go.
Hey, like somebody got a Mr. Luther out there, you know what I'm
saying? His special friend.
So I believe in just making sure your relationship's solid. So when I got tired of when I got tired of being an option in the single world and I wanted to be prioritized, that's when I wanted to transition into being
you better say that.
Situation.
What you said, that part.
Yeah. Right there. But I was a dog out here back in the day. What?
We know. No, please. You're an Aquarius. We know.
Yeah, you need to go and put that on the shirt, brother. That man said, I need to be a priority out here in the world full of options.
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's right.
Okay. So do you think that single people are happier? Is that why, you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people out here? Because listen, to me, I think single now in the world of social media is way different than single was prior to social media, right?
Because I was like,
because your options, you have more options now. You have more things, more reach. Because when you met somebody before social media, you had to actually physically go somewhere and mingle and talk to people. Now it's right here in front of you in the palm of your hand. All you got to do is hit the inbox and you could do that all day long. And your chances of winning better.
But that still doesn't mean that that's like a dope person on the other end of that conversation. You know, that's the part. I hate the fact that I'm in the middle of that, like where it was the meeting people in person and now it's the social media, because I'm old school. You know, you're gonna have to come approach me and date me. And these dudes think that, just because you had a conversation with them or they jumped in your DMs that they can get your draws. And it's like, no, that's not how this works. You have to,
like we talked about last week, they're like that because somebody has allowed that. So,
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So somebody's allowed
women need to know that y'all set the tone to the relationship. Like, and I know that don't have nothing to do with this show for real, but y'all set the tone. We don't.
No, it's true.
Allow us to do it.
But it's also some creeps out there.
I say that all the time, don't I, Daci?
But it's some creeps out there, though.
Women, you control everything. We can only do what you allow. Yeah. So if you have a problem with the way dudes are a lot of times, talk to your homegirls. And if you see them doing stuff that's detrimental to y'all as women, then you need to address your homegirls.
So you said I need to blame my friend for this dude? What?
But I get what he's saying. Like, we have to hold each other accountable. Like, because if we don't hold each other accountable, then they're gonna do what we allow them to do. And men always look, but people in general, I'm not just gonna put men, but people in general always look for, you know, the way of less resistance, right? Yes. Whatever is the least resistant, that's pretty much what we gonna gravitate toward.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we don't, as a whole, we don't have a certain level of standards for ourselves as a whole, then why should they? You know what I'm saying? It's
every pack of friends got a weak link in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, hey, girl, that ain't what we do.
I seen it on TikTok. They said, your friend a hoe. What that make you? A friend of a hoe. I'm like, what you mean? She know what I mean. Like, that's my friend. I love her to death. Do what you do, girl.
You're whole adjacent. You know what I'm saying? You like
exactly.
You know you're in the area. You in the area.
Girl, I support you, boo. But no.
Okay. With that being said, anybody can answer this. Anybody answer any of these questions. Do you think it's easier for a man or woman to be single?
It's easy for a man to be single.
A man.
It's easy for a man to be single, baby. A woman.
Y'all don't understand. If you're a regular man, right? If you're a regular man, that means that you're not a pretty boy, you're not a thug, you're not a drug dealer, you're not a ball player. If you're a regular 9-to-5 guy, your inbox is not jumping. Your phone line is not jumping.
Your life is easy.
That it's not. You have to work for that little piece of draws that you're gonna get on the weekend, and you might miss a weekend or two. It don't come easy. With women, y'all got dudes like you can look. Both of y'all can look in y'all phones right now. It's some food dude that can bring y'all some steak right now.
G-Mo, shut up.
Food dude that if you've been waiting for a chance.
That's not what we're talking about right now. First of all,
no, that's exactly what we're talking about.
Well, I can buy my own steak. So what else? I mean, like that.
No, I'm just saying you have the option to pull it from your phone. All right, most.
Okay, we're talking about quality versus quantity, though. Like that's two totally different arguments, though. Quality versus quantity. No.
I mean, but y'all got quality and quantity. I'm with G-Mo. Like most dudes inbox ain't jumping like that. It's not. Right? It's not.
No.
Unless you're a dude on the ground with your shirt off and you got 8-pack or something crazy like that.
Who is going for that dude?
What I'm saying is nobody's in our inbox like that. You know what I'm saying?
There's nobody's in the
inbox though.
There's no woman. There's no woman that's just like, oh, I hope he noticed me this week.
I do that.
I do that.
I post songs and pictures. I post just so he could be like, "Hey, babe, hey."
But that's suppose though, y'all ain't calling him in his inbox like, no, this week. Me and we have to take that pursuit, and your pursuit get blocked a lot of times. Even if a chick like you, she'll still block you because she don't want to make you think she's too easy and nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out there for a single regular man.
But I get what you said, G-Mo. But I'm gonna say this. This is the thing. Yeah. For a woman, for me, I'm gonna talk for Daci J. It is not easy in these streets. Like there's a particular type of man that I want. There is a person that I just want him, but I can't be coming at him like that, you know. And even if I do want him at 3:00 in the morning, we just got to pull out a toy and keep it moving. Like there is no hitting him up, jumping in his DM. Like, no. Now, I'm also gonna say that
got toys. We don't got toy options.
Y'all got toys. Y'all got toys. Hit up the Bernie's Romance. Y'all got toys.
She got an option though. That's what she missing, G-Mo. She missing the fact that she got an option.
I know. This is what I'm saying. I got a little. I know.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying you have an option. Period. With dudes in your inbox, you can go in there and pull one if you want to. With
I don't want to do it in the inbox.
But what I'm saying is
the quality of that. Dude,
what I'm saying is y'all missing the point.
Most regular men start out on Monday sending "Good morning, babe." Good morning. We start Monday to see if you gonna kick it with us by Friday.
Not the good morning.
You might miss. You might miss on Friday. You be like, damn. Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. Maybe she'll come through Saturday. You like, damn, she ain't come through Saturday. You like Sunday.
If you gonna do it like that, send him my way. Because I promise you.
Hey, G-Mo, the copy and paste. Copy, paste.
Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning.
Mass email out there, mass text box out there, everybody.
I don't get none of that type of play. I just
don't. Y'all can send out 10 good morning, beautiful texts. At least 2 or 3 people gonna respond.
They're gonna respond, but they're not gonna
but not in the way you want.
Maybe out of them 10, 1 is bound to at least get you what you.
Those ain't good odds.
Filter everything. We have to filter everything.
But what we're saying is, if you don't want to filter, say for instance, if you went in your inbox and you just said, you know what, I just want somebody to kick it with today.
Okay.
It's gonna be somebody in there that you can pick from. With a dude, 9 times out of 10, there's nobody to pick from unless he goes out and actually pursues it. Y'all don't have to pursue. Yes. They come into your inbox.
I'm gonna make a message
for that
on my IG right now, and I'm gonna put I want to kick it with somebody today, and I bet you don't.
I'm gonna do it
say
too.
Nothing.
I'm gonna do it too.
You can't do that. You can't do that. She gonna come beat you up.
I mean, you know.
I'm gonna make that message on my IG story, and I bet you nobody is going to hit it up.
Yeah, I doubt that, Daci J.
You like, I'm so bored tonight. I wish I had some company.
That's something to put.
All right. So, see, this is the best thing about being single, and this is what I found this little thing, and this is kind of the gist of what I heard a lot of people say. Do y'all agree with these?
No. I don't agree. Mm-hmm. You could get all of that being single.
Yeah,
you can get all that being single. You can.
Yeah.
If somebody say that, they are the problem.
Yeah, you can get all that being single. I don't have nothing to do with your relationship status.
That's
a lot of the problems that we had don't have anything to do with your relationship status. Honestly. It's about you as a person and what you're dealing with, and have you healed and dealt with your traumas and all your other shit. Like, we don't have nothing to do with you being married or single.
And G-Mo, this is what you was talking about right here. When men flirt with women, get in the inbox, sir, are you lost?
Yeah, go back to the friend zone.
Remove yourself from my inbox.
You be like, hey, beautiful. They be like, good morning to you too. Like, you know what I'm saying? You be like, damn, the hostility.
I ain't gonna lie, a dude did tell me, what did he say? I wish I had a woman. I wish I had a woman like you. Oh, I hope you find her.
See?
Oh, I don't know.
But to me, that's like why would you put yourself out there like that?
Because they feel they have to. They don't have anybody jumping in their inbox pursuing them, so they feel like they have to. Men are naturally the hunters.
Y'all the hunters, so that's what y'all supposed to do. So that's why my point is, if you jump into a girl DM, she gonna come for y'all. I don't care what y'all say.
But that's what we're saying. It's easier for y'all because y'all don't have to do anything if y'all don't want to. You just gotta look good, and somebody will come to your inbox.
To me, that doesn't sound like it's easy. That sounds horrible. That sounds like what I'm going through right now.
Well, I guarantee you, before the end of the night tonight, somebody gonna be in both of y'all inbox. That's a fact. That's a fact.
People think that all the time. My inbox is dry. No, I'm not complaining.
Exactly.
But I kid you not. Like, I kid you not. The only thing, like, some random person in here trying to be my sugar daddy or something he talking about, but
I have to block them.
You know.
Oh, you block sugar daddies?
You know what I'm saying?
Because what real sugar daddy gonna come in your inbox like that? Like, hey, I want to give you $5,000. Oh,
no, somewhere.
Well, I mean, the sugar daddy,
that's not a blessing.
I mean, if he was a legitimate sugar daddy, then we could talk. But no, I don't think that's what that was.
And they usually be like white men, like, good plan.
What's the dollar amount for a sugar daddy? Like, if I'm like, hey, I got this $40 for you. Like, is that?
Oh, hell no. That ain't a sugar daddy. That ain't no damn sugar daddy. Hell no. Okay. What the hell I'm gonna do with $40? What the hell I'm gonna do?
You don't get that $40.
I'll be sugar free then. Like,
that's you. That ain't even sugar free. Like, you is like, what's the sugar that the vegans use?
Oh, stevia.
Yeah, $40.
All right, check this out. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Do you think that there's a soulmate for everybody out there somewhere?
Like one?
Nah.
Like one?
Yeah, no. One.
Not one.
I think you got a few of them. I think you got a few people that you align with. You know what I'm saying? And you're lucky if you find one of them, because you might end up with none of them.
So is it possible for you to end up meeting multiple at the same time, and that's why you like date multiple people, because you feel like they all could be your soulmate? You know what I'm talking about?
I feel
like soulmate. Go ahead, G-Mo.
I'm sorry. Go right ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like soulmate does not mean forever. That's what people equate that shit with.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Soulmate does not mean forever. So I've met my soulmate. He just happened to be married to somebody else, and I did not have a relationship with him. But I know that that's somebody. Like, we are very. I didn't have a relationship with him, but we like connected. Shut up. We connected really, really. Like, not him. No. But I felt this like connection I ain't never felt with nobody else. And it's like, I could be having a bad day. Like, this dude, I had to cut him off because he was really trying to leave her to be with me based off just conversation, just interacting with each other. Like, we literally met off some crazy shit, and next thing you know, we was tight, cool. But I only felt this way around this person. So it's like, I feel like it's somebody else out there like that. Actually, I know somebody else out there like that. We just, whatever. We just on pause right now. But
Okay.
I feel like that doesn't, people equate that with forever. And to me, that doesn't go together. Even with like some of my friends, I would consider them my soulmates. Like, nothing's gonna break us apart. We always gonna be ride or die for each other. Certain friends, not all y'all, some of y'all.
I think that's a great point though you made. I think that connotation of soulmate does go with forever. So when people hear that, they think, okay, this is my forever person that I'm gonna be with, and it might just be, for it's transition, it's phases in life. So it might just be for that phase.
I feel like it's certain people you trade like dope vibes with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's their soul intertwining.
Yep. Or y'all were probably together in a past life, and that's why y'all connect the way y'all
connect to now. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So do you all believe in soul ties?
Oh hell yeah! You gotta purge this shit about you. Like, you gotta. I got sage. I got some Palo Santo wood, some spray. Like, what we gotta do to get this?
Okay. Well, the next question I have on here is, do you think that the way you were brought up or your culture that you're in, has something to do with whether you enjoy being single or not? You know what I'm saying? Based on the question on here was funny because it said, do you have any aunts or uncles that are single as well? Because that's, the stuff you seeing is, what I'm saying, reflective of how you're going to be when you become an adult and you get of age where you're dating.
My mom made me and my sister so independent that it's like we doing like this to dudes, like you can't, certain dudes you just don't want to be with because she made us this way. And I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, because it's like there are some dudes that can deal with your independence, but it's a gift and a curse. And then I don't really like using my mom's love life as like a cookie cutter of how Daci J is gonna be, because at one point I was so caught up in her stuff that it was affecting my like dating life, me, period. I had to like, girl, hold up. I am not you. Like, what you go through is what you go through. I'm not trying to do it. But I have all my aunts, uncles, everybody's married. My mom been married before or whatever. She's divorced or whatever. But all of them are married. And I mean like 20-year marriages. But I don't aspire to have what they have, because like you said, you don't know what my auntie went through. And as an adult, you be hearing them stories. Like, no, he stepped out on her before. You like, what? He did what? Like,
it is surprising.
The more secrets, they come out. You like, y'all was just sitting on that secret, Not to say that everybody needs to know, but it's kind of like I feel like you got to know the good, the bad, and the ugly with a person. So I wouldn't. I don't want none of the shit that my family got.
Yeah, but I do think subconsciously it does play a part, and I don't think many people are conscious of the subconscious influence that's going on in the back. A lot of people, if you look, they're in similar situations that their parents were in, or that their mom was in, or that their aunt or whoever, and men too. Like my ex, an ex of mine. I'm not gonna say which ex, because everybody knows what I'm talking about, but an ex of mine. It was ingrained in him, like, you don't trust no women, you run women, like, you don't have just one woman,
girl,
blah blah blah. And so that's how he approached every woman, because that was drilled in him at such a young age, and that's just what was programmed. It's programming. It's all about programming. So yeah, I definitely think your environment, whatever it is, definitely plays a role in how you see relationships and how you interact.
I agree.
I think that's a fact, because programming means a lot. Because if you grew up, in a certain neighborhood or something like that, and you had pimps around and things of that nature, like when you saw that, those are the type of people that you inspired to be. You know what I'm saying? And you saw how they dealt with things, so you was like, well, I want to be like that when I grow up. And I mean, it's realistic. Like, people, you know what I'm saying?
The pimp, not the pimp, no.
I mean, you don't see it now these days, but when you grew up, I'm just saying they don't look the same. when we were growing up, you knew what a pimp was because he had on flashy clothes, he had on a big hat, like it was a uniform for a pimp. Now they just blend in.
You think they blend in? Maybe it's that superpower. I don't know.
I guess so. Maybe you just have a superpower. I mean, because some of the pimps I've seen, I guess a pimp or somebody like that's at the truck stop running lot lizards, they don't look like pimps used to be back in the day. They look kind of raggedy.
They look like DJ from what is the one, Terrence Howard? They look like him.
Yeah, they look like they just a homeboy from the block.
Yes. Yeah. They look like.
Yeah, but that's the average dude. That's the average dude in Oak Cliff.
Nah. Well, yeah. you like that's the average dude in Oak Cliff. Okay, yeah. You can just ride down the average street in Oak Cliff during the day. Yeah.
And ride down Beckley. You might see 4 dudes dressed the same.
Like that, yeah. So I'm out whoop that trick. You right. You right.
So how do you know which one is which? You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
But I think the biggest thing is too with the culture of how we were brought up, and we mentioned earlier with the TV, was knowing the details of what happened in these relationships, like you all have been saying. I tell people all the time, when you talk about envy, you know what I'm saying, or you talk about wanting to aspire to be something that you don't have yet, when you see it, you're like, okay, that's a nice car, that's a great relationship, that's a nice house, but you don't see what those people did to get what they got. Or to get to that point where they at. So, you know, when you see people that's been together for 30, 40 years, 50 years, you're like, oh man, that's awesome for them people to be married that long. I bet you they can tell you some war stories that been popped off since they've been married for 50 years. There's some things that you are totally oblivious to that happened in that 50-year span. I guarantee you.
Ask your grandma. Ask Mama. Mama will tell you.
Yep. She done left. You like,
ask Madia.
When did you leave him?
Ask Madia. Yeah.
No, but you know what? I think that's part of the issue, because in a lot of situations, grandma didn't leave, and people saw that grandma stayed. So then it creates a cycle because
she was a trap chick.
My granny left. My granny left.
Well, I'm just saying, like a lot of grandmas. A lot of grandmas stayed and dealt with it. So in a lot of these young ladies' mind that see that, then when they grow up and they have relationships, they repeat that because they want that love, and they'll put up with what grandma put up with, because grandma has a great life in their eyes. So they want that love piece, so they'll put up with it to get the love part of it.
And also that's why I feel like how you came up. Like, I'm from St. Louis, so in St. Louis, this is a city that ain't got a lot of love of nothing. So it's like being in St. Louis, like a lot of people gonna be old single grandmothers and never married grandmothers and grandfathers. It ain't a lot of, you don't see a lot of good couples that do the long test of time as far as like relationships. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when you in St. Louis, you learn to play the game. When you're young, you like, I'm gonna keep me a couple chicks, I'm gonna keep them at bay. You know, you don't really get into like coming to Texas. I talk to some of my friends now who are like around their mid-30s, and they had at least been married once or twice in life already. You know what I'm saying? And they got married at 19 and 20. At 19 and 20, you was trying to cut up in St. Louis. Like, it just
not out here.
I mean, speak for yourself. Most people that age was trying to cut up out here.
I was not. I was so like, where's my soulmate? Where's my relationship?
Yeah, you know, I think
married young.
Yeah, I think a lot of people saw the examples of our grandparents and our parents, and they wanted the love, and they wanted to get to that point, but they didn't see the work that was involved to get to the love that you may have seen. Right. So again, it's one of those things where now I think we live in a society now that's more transparent than any time. And I think more than any, because of the opportunities and the transparency, people are seeing more and more people getting cheated on. Ooh. You got, matter of fact, you got a show called Cheaters that highlights it. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of TV. In every TV show you're watching, somebody getting cheated on. Facts.
Bro, cheaters show you don't even have to go in Dallas.
Yeah. But you don't even have to watch TV. Like, let's be real. You don't have to watch TV. How many married people be hopping in your inbox?
Girl,
how many married people are hitting?
Talk about it.
It's the married people that make me say I'm good being single.
Yeah.
Because what do I want that for? Like,
yeah.
Obviously you're not happy because you over here,
right?
My inbox.
Like, and it's like I got friends. They are they are married, and it's like they are in your eyes. It's a healthy marriage. There's nothing wrong, okay? But he got hoes that he go sleep with, mess with. He'd be like, why? Why you got hoes? And he'd be like, and I'll ask, why you got hoes? And he'll be like, well, I mean, that's just, I was like, but there ain't nothing wrong at home. Like, I'll go down the list. Is it sex bad? Do y'all not communicate? No, y'all got kids. What is wrong at home that you got hoes? Nothing. You just got hoes.
What's wrong with him? It's just him.
Yep. It's something wrong with him, for sure. It's something wrong with him.
Well, sure. Let me address that. And we talked about this before too. Okay.
On or off the show. Where are you going with this?
Well, my thing is with that whole phenomenon is I think a lot of guys run through chicks before they get married, and it's a psychological thing. It's something they're used to. So then when they try to settle down and go with the one woman, they're so used to these other women before they didn't get themselves time to kind of purge that, to get that out their system. So mentally they get to that point. They love this woman. It's not a doubt that they love her, but psychologically they feel the need to have options.
Yep. Or they also feel like that I had 10 chicks doing 10 different things for me simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? And I decided to go in and marry this one woman. And not no shame to the woman, but she just probably can't keep up with the 10 things I was getting from these 10 other women. And it's a struggle of me trying to conform. Not saying it's right, but it's just a struggle of me trying to conform to being with the one woman and not getting what I'm used to having.
Well, then don't get married.
It's the king mentality. It's some dudes that they like, okay, it's a king thing. Like they see themselves as kings. So they can get whatever they want. They probably got really good jobs and all this stuff. So, and they mind, I can do whatever I want to do because I take care of the household. I take care of the kid. Like I take care of everything financially. I take care of my family. So if I want to go step out and have a chick on the side or whatever, I can do that because I'm the king.
Well, but that, that goes way back. You know what I'm saying? Like you're talking about, because again, when we talk about our grandparents, that's how some of these grandfathers, that's how they rocked. You know what I'm saying? Because they went, mama stayed at home and raised the kids and made sure the house was straight. And when they went off to work, when they got out, if they want to go over Miss Gladys' house for a little while and kick it and do what they do and then go to the juke joint and come on home, then that's their right, because they went to work and they worked hard and they getting this money. So you can't tell them nothing.
I'm going to tell you, my ex-husband was super controlling and I fought against it because I was like, I need to work. Not just so I can have my own money, but I feel like if I'm not working, you feel like you can go bullshit. And that's not how this is going to work for me. That's why I make sure when I get into relationships or when I'm talking to somebody, I'm not going to stop working, sir. I'm going to have a hustle over here. I'm going to be doing stuff to have income because you're not going to place on me, well, I do everything. Like, no, that's not how this is going to work. Knowing
I wouldn't even be compatible with a man who thought that way. Girl. Like if that's your thought process, and if you still under that programming, then we wouldn't make it past go anyway.
Yep. Yeah. He was sneaky witty, girl.
Yeah, I know.
Also, with the single for life, like to be fair, a lot of people claim they single for life, but they still doing like relationship type shit with people.
Yeah.
But you hold on to that single title because you it gives you that freedom to do what you want to. You don't have to watch feelings and be protective of somebody else's feelings because this is what it is. But you still trying to do those dates and cuddle up and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate.
But you're single.
Yeah, I think they want. My thing is, people want the love aspect of it and they want the connection, but they don't want the commitment.
The work.
That's it right there. Yeah, they don't want the commitment part because, like you said, that requires work. So if I can't just go over here and lay up and do what I want to do and leave when I want to and have, carte blanche to, move around willy nilly like I want to, then I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want the title because when you get titles, then you already know that means, like I just said, work. That means I gotta do something. So if I stay single, guess what? I don't have to worry about none of that because I can bust a move when I want to.
You just can't bust it over here.
Well, okay. So at the end of the day, when you look at people who are single for life, if you had, I guess, some advice for them, the people who say they're single for life, what would you give them as far as advice, as far as maybe changing their thought process?
Anybody but me.
Yeah.
I'll let Miss Jones go.
Come on, y'all.
I mean, okay, so as I'm hearing you say this, I'm over here saying I wouldn't tell him anything, really. I mean, are you being true to yourself? Like, are you being true to yourself? Like, that's all. That's my only question. Are you being true to yourself? Is this really what you want? Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. So I'm like, hey, like, be transparent with the people you deal with. Buy condoms or Plan B pills, whichever one you like. And you know what I'm saying? Just be safe. My thing is, if you're not sure you're ready to be in a relationship, don't get in one, because you're gonna ruin somebody else. You're gonna scar them.
Yes.
You know? So you're not prepared. That's good. Stay single until you're prepared.
Yeah.
I think that you have to be careful about what you say, first of all, because I am big on, if you say it, it's gonna come into fruition. So you gotta be careful about what you manifesting. So saying single for life, like, are you saying it because you're hurt? You know, are you saying it because you feel like God is taking too long to, like, bring, you know, your soulmate or whatever? I feel like to occupy your time. That way you're not constantly thinking about, like, if you truly want to be with somebody, don't, I don't mind as the devil's playground. Like, don't get in your head, because then you're going to start hating men or hating women. And you're going to build up, you know, all of this crazy anger because you're single. You know, now I know some people that's content with being single, and hey, kudos to you. It's not for me. Yeah. And I'm not gonna, I should be one of those people rocking back and forth in the corner after my last relationship. But you know what I'm saying? I let it affect me for the little time it was supposed to. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to demand a better me and be a better Daci so that I can attract what I want. Okay. Right. So be careful with that is all I'm saying.
See how
know your why.
Y'all
I just didn't want to give it to him. I didn't want to give it to him. You know?
Know your why. Know your why.
CJ is 100% correct. Know your why. Why are you out there? Why are you doing whatever you're doing in life in general? Know why you're doing it, and then, you know what I'm saying, you'll be all right. And I'm in agreement with everything y'all said. You know, be transparent. If you really, you know, single for life, then do what you do, but let these people know that you meet, that you have no plans whatsoever to settle down with them or to be with them long term. And you never know, that person might be down for it at that point and might be able to spend that good time with you, and then you move on and they good because you told them from the beginning that you wasn't looking for nothing but to play around. And some people want to play around with you.
They do.
So
I don't, you know, but
and that's okay.
It's quite all right to play around and do what you do, but just be transparent, because like Gmo said, some of y'all leaving a trail of broken people. And that person won't ever recover completely to be right for somebody else that they meet that actually wants to be with them. Now they got all these other built up issues, and we just creating a toxic environment for everybody.
Man.
So be transparent, people. Stop playing games.
Go to therapy.
Ooh, girl.
And go to therapy and deal with your
Yes, especially you people who've been running through people before y'all get into another relationship. Y'all need to go to therapy to purge that before you get in a relationship, because I'm telling you, it's gonna come back to haunt you.
Baby, you see, I've been doing I'm on my little journey. Sure. Yeah. I done had back. Well, I tell you, everything is aligning. I'm like, okay, Daci J, like, get it, girl.
Yeah.
Gotta delete some numbers. Okay, I'm saying.
All right. At the end of every show, every week, we go around and we allow everybody to get a shout outs, to, you know, do a little commercial for whatever they doing, let y'all know what they got popping out in these streets. Because everybody that we have, our 5 friends and our guest on the show, everybody's doing something outside of what we do on here. So we go around the circle. We're gonna start with Miss Jones. Miss Jones, this is her first time on the Fire Session podcast. It will not be the last, because if we gonna bug her, and we're gonna be in her inbox, and we're gonna be asking her to come back definitely. But Miss Jones, tell us what you want to tell us. Shout your hood out wherever you're from or whatever you want to do. You got some products you selling, you got a business you want to talk about. Just let the people know.
Let's see, gosh. Okay, so CJ Jones, you can hit me up on all social media platforms. I'm just out here being me, doing me. I don't have anything to sell or anything like that. I'm just out here to have a good time. So if you're looking for a good friend, good time, good energy, good vibes, that's me.
Get in her inbox, fellas.
Wait, my friend alone.
Wait, hold on, wait.
Leave my friend alone.
You can. I welcome all.
You gonna get rejected, but go ahead and go in there anyway.
The block is hot, but go ahead.
Come on.
All right, G-Bo.
Man, thank y'all again for having me. It's always family vibes, just like the cookout up in here every time we link up. But man, check me out. My main page on Facebook, Gary Grant. You can also catch me on Instagram and Gmo the Great. It's spelled just like that because I got a bad memory and I can't remember that ghetto stuff. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, you can check out the podcast will be coming back. Check out Crown Jewels podcast. You see where I'm at. Hey. But also check out Thought Collection. That's my brand that I'm working with now that I'm producing and everything. Check out, get you some Be Dope merch. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, be dope. Okay. Also Gary Grant Photography. You know what I'm saying? You can check that out for your Mother Day pictures, senior photos, spring photos, baby daddy photo, whatever you want to do, we can do that. You know what I'm saying?
A baby daddy shoot.
Whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? If you can't find your baby dad, we can do some wanted posters. We can work together, however you want to do.
Oh my God, not that he producing wanted posters, bro.
And if you're trying to do some mobile podcasting and you need somebody to pull up with the sticks and we go ahead and get you set up, I'll do some mobile podcasting with you. Hit me a Crown Juice podcast. Okay.
Daci J. Hold on. Let me do what I do. Daci J.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Daci J. Okay, so season 2 is underway. We've been recording. We have some special guests. Tomorrow, I guess I'm gonna drop the show with me and my girl Carmen. We're gonna do a recap of the Real Housewives of Atlanta and that crazy ass couples retreat on VH1. Okay, so tune in or wait for me to drop everything so y'all can listen to this show. And then next week, I'm doing cocktails with the cousins. All my cousins, my favorite cousins, are coming online. We're going to go live on Facebook and everything. And we're just going to cut up like we normally do. So y'all are basically going to get to see another side of Daci J that y'all haven't seen before, because these are people that have known me since I was in diapers. We do have like the Lash business underway. So bear with me. This is something new for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get all my ducks lined up in a row. I already got hit up a couple of times because of last week's announcement. Wait, baby, I'm gonna let you know when everything is happening. Definitely hit up my girl Runny. She is having sales. Okay, so go to runnysromance.com, get the candles, get the toys, get the lingerie. Okay, for your mama for Mother's Day. You can use my promo code Daci J. Kids, stop looking like that. Tonight's beat. This is all Juvia's place. They are having a great sale right now. The palette that I use is a Warrior palette. I can't remember which one, but it's only $18 right now. I think it's regular $30, so go get that. The lashes, these are by Crayon Case. If y'all know Super Scent, this is a 3-pack of lashes. She having a sale right now. I think it's like 15% off or something. So go hit all of them up. I don't have a promo code for them yet, but the more I shout them out, they're going to see these and they're going to get at your girl. Thank you for supporting the Fire Session podcast. Thank you to my girl Chestin for coming. Hey girl, hey, CJ Jones. Hey. And Gmo as always. Of course, Ken, love you. Continue to look out for your girl. That's all I got.
All right, people. It's finally me. Y'all already know. Y'all can holler at Big Ken's Comedy on IG, Big Ken's Comedy on Twitter, Big Ken's Comedy on Facebook. You can also see us here every Thursday at 7:30, the Fire Session podcast. You can also catch me on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock on the KUTC Live podcast, where we talk to different guests every week. Some rousing interviews with some great information that can help you change your life. So tune in there as well. And next week, we will have a special guest in the studio. A friend of mine from Young Money APA Sports Agency. He's coming to talk to us about his life, about his connections, a bunch of interesting stuff. So make sure y'all tune in next week. Y'all know the people that we've been interviewing so far have been interesting individuals. So we're changing it up this season. We have Fire Session tonight. We have an interview next week. We're just trying to switch it up and bring y'all something different every week. So keep y'all interested. But y'all know how we do every week at the end of the show. Y'all know people say it's lit all the time. It's not lit around here. It's fire. The Fire Session Podcast. Peace.
Bye, y'all.